On Thursday, Charlotte Hornets restricted free agent Miles Bridges pleaded no contest to a felony domestic violence charge in Los Angeles Superior Court.
A gold time or there? I'm in a gold day? I had to do drugs or something. No.
In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
The young Charlotte Hornets team has faced numerous off-court controversies in recent years, mostly unrelated to basketball. Although they're still a team that's full of potential, controversies with key players have casted doubts on the future success of their franchise. From one of the most promising teams to one of the most controversial, no doubt. But what's actually happening to the Charlotte Hornets? Welcome to Sportsphere. Let's get into it. Kai Jones, the young center drafted by the Hornets in 2021, has recently found himself involved in a string of controversy as a result of nothing but his own actions. Fans and media began raising eyebrows after Jones posted an Instagram live session that later went viral. In the video, he appeared to be sweating heavily, and his speech was unclear, so much so that it seemed like he wasn't speaking English. This raised questions about his potential substance use and current mental state. That being said, things didn't just end there. In September 2023, Jones took to Twitter to claim that he was better than LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller, also claiming that he would beat LeBron and Shaq in a 1v1. Anyways, soon after the IG Live and cocky Twitter comments, Kai Jones would go live on Instagram for a second time, resulting in another chaotic session. This caused a rift between him and teammates, which further escalated when fans joined in with questions and taunts, leading to an argument between Jones and a fan after the fan claimed fellow Hornets big man Nick Richards is better than him. Regardless, suspicions of drug use emerged after the session, leading to questions about the NBA's drug policy and the Hornets' handling of the situation. Jones denied the drug use claims, but the damage was done. The Hornets decided to distance themselves with him as a result of his erratic online behavior and potential drug addiction. The Hornets have sidelined him from basketball indefinitely, and now they seem to be providing support towards his well-being. Although we hope it gets better, his behavior may also be a sign of a lack of support and mentorship earlier in his career. That being said, recently, on October 9th, Kai Jones would informally request a trade through Twitter, which suggests that his time at Charlotte is probably over. Next up, we have Miles Bridges. As you may know, Bridges faced severe criminal charges when he became the subject of a domestic violence investigation that led to his suspension. He entered a no-contest plea to a felony charge, which related to allegations of him assaulting the mother of his children in their presence. Bridges' involvement in such a serious crime has damaged his reputation thus far. Despite this, after some time off, he would recently still sign a one-year $7.9 million contract to rejoin the Hornets. He's recently made a promise to regain the trust of fans, teammates, and the organization as he faces an uphill battle to rebuild his reputation. The NBA gave Bridges a 30-game suspension, but will only miss the first 10 games of the upcoming season due to the 20 games served last season. Despite these serious charges, he was still re-signed, and there's no doubt that his basketball talent, duo with LaMelo Ball, and long-standing relationship with his team played a big part in the Hornets making this decision. Although he's a good player still with all-star potential, his character is in question after evidence of such a reckless crime was released. And while not everyone is in agreement with the decision, the Hornets have opted to give him a second chance regardless, and only time will tell how this will actually play out. The next player not unfamiliar to controversy is PJ Washington, another good young player on the Hornets roster. As you probably know, PJ would have a high-profile relationship with the infamous Brittany Renner a few years back, and she would allegedly trap him into having a child with her in 2021. The Renner and Washington relationship began during PJ's college years playing for the Kentucky Wildcats in 2017, and at that point, Renner was 26 and PJ was just 19. As time went on, events would soon prompt PJ to reveal his true feelings about it on Twitter in late July 2021, shortly after the birth of their child. PJ claimed in a tweet that Renner was faking it all along. In response, Renner would send this voice message that she later aired out on an episode with DJ Vlad.
I will air this bitch the fuck
In that same interview, Renner openly confessed to her toxic behavior during their relationship. It would later be revealed that as a result of their newborn, Washington was legally obligated to pay $200,000 per month in child support to Renner. Although both PJ and Renner would later dispel these rumors, this news would still make national headlines and stir discussion regarding the ethics surrounding Renner's actions, especially after this video of Renner came to light.
In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
However, the truth is that PJ is not entirely blameless in this situation, because had he truly understood Brittany Renner's character and looked into her digital footprint, he could have avoided these circumstances in the first place. But as he was just a young kid at the time, it was clear he did not know better. Renner rose to fame in 2013 through sexual imagery, which saw her become an Instagram model, leading to a series of short-lived relationships with various rappers, athletes, and other notable personalities. The truth is, if PJ had delved into Brittany Renner's past, he would have realized that she was likely not the kind of woman suitable for a long-term relationship, let alone a good prospect to become the mother of his child. However, perhaps driven by desire, Washington disregarded all warning signs and made a decision he will likely regret for the rest of his life. Despite being one of the NBA's most promising young stars and a franchise cornerstone for the Hornets, LaMelo Ball also found himself in some off-court controversy in recent years, usually involving one of his supercars. After leaving a game a couple years ago, LaMelo would disregard road rules and immediately run the first red light from the Hornets basketball stadium. In addition to this, in early 2022, LaMelo would show another side of him after a fan disrespectfully took a photo while sitting on his Lamborghini. Ball reacted by expressing his frustration on Twitter and went as far as threatening the fan, claiming that the fan needed to get his ass beat and urging the public to handle the situation. Although he eventually deleted the tweet, the internet had already screenshotted it. In the world of professional sports, controversies are bound to arise. And in the modern NBA, we are seeing more ignorant behavior from young players than ever before. As for the Charlotte Hornets, they are no exception. Matter of fact, they are probably one of the most reckless young teams in the NBA today. LaMelo Ball's Twitter outburst and reckless driving, Miles Bridges' domestic violence controversy, Kai Jones's recent episode, and PJ Washington's child support drama all serve as examples of what you should not do as a young man, especially when you have money. Regardless, young players are bound to make mistakes, but we still hope the Hornets team can gather themselves and surprise doubters in the upcoming season. As for the Hornets organization, drafting more holistically and providing better support systems may prevent these issues from occurring in the first place. Anyways, thanks for watching SportsSphere, and we'll see you in the next video.